I'm hitching a ride.
Yeah.
With Mr.
Yeah.
Beardstone.
So it's all about the airships, Foxy. It's all about the airships.
My base is gone. Oh my. Where we going?
So we're going to go to spawn because I've got a teleporter there and it's quicker.
Is this spawn?
This is spawn, yeah.
Someone's been building here. Is it you by any chance?
Maybe.
I like it. Oh, we got a portal? Uh-oh. Am I now in control of this vehicle?
Yeah, if you press shift, it's okay. It's okay. Yeah, so this is my portal. I dropped one off to Jessie the other day, so she'll be building hers soon as well.
Wow.
But yeah, we can either take the long road, and it's very long.
Yeah.
Or we can just hop through here.
Yeah, let's just hop through there. Wow. Okay. Amazing.
There we go.
Instant as well. Oh wow. Okay.
Yes.
You've got lasers.
Yes. So this is the miniaturization machine. It's amazing. I love it.
Wow. So you've been basically building entire systems inside of one block.
Yes, essentially.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah. So the one down the front here is actually a little bit. There's too much animation going on inside to actually render the preview of it like you can with the other one. Yeah, because that's where my bonsais are and stuff. But yeah, so the miniaturization machine, right? So if you, for example, if you go and place one of them in the middle of it, place that on top,
right,
and then walk out of the ray and press Q, and then throw that into it basically, and then it will start the process, and it does this really cool animation.
So I come in here, I put the iron down, I put redstone on top of it.
Yeah, and then come out,
and
then just throw the redstone into it.
Throw the redstone into it. Oh no way!
And then
how did you learn this? You must have wikied this.
Oh yeah, definitely. I haven't got a clue how to do things. And then it gives you those blocks. You get 16 of those, and then out of those, right? If you build we might need a few more actually. If we build a 3x3, yeah, literally just make a 3x3 solid cube out of those.
What, in here?
Yeah. And then we need to throw an ender pearl into there. One second.
You must have spare ender pearls. I've only got 4. I've been farming them for about 6 hours and I've got 4. Yeah, anyway, okay. So throw an ender pearl in there, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh
no, as in...
not like that.
No, the other way.
Not like that, we go.
I think we need to leave a gap in the middle.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't leave room for the little people to do their works.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. They definitely need the space. There we go. Now if we chuck an ender pearl in.
There we go. Wow.
And then that's going to make a tiny room, and that'll make a 3x3 room. And there's like 6 or 7 different sizes of them, all the way up to 13 by 13.
And smaller ones.
Oh, yes. But we get to go inside them. That's the fun thing.
You get to go inside it.
Yeah. So what? I've just thrown you that.
Personal shrinking. It's a Game Boy.
Yeah. It's definitely a Game Boy. So if you bring that cube over here and just dump it on the ground.
Right.
And then right click on it with that thing.
No way. Oh, so it's generating a whole dimension just for this. That's fancy.
And then you build your machine in here or whatever, and basically it reduces lag. But what you need to do though, you should come check out this one. This big one down here.
Is this your storage one? Okay.
Yeah, the one at the bottom.
Oh, this is where your bonsai. Oh, okay. Nice.
So, yeah. So this is where it lives.
How did you get different coloured chests?
What? Yeah, you make them on one of these. One of these things.
What?
One of this white.
A chest builder.
Yeah. Well, and you can make backpacks the same size. It's great. It's crazy, isn't it?
I feel so dumb. I've been struggling with chests with limited inventory. I could be building these ridiculous... What? Oh, man. I mean, on one hand, it's really nice to learn things yourself. On the other hand, when you see what you don't know, it's very, unnerving. So we hitched a ride in Mr. Beardstone's flying machine and realised that we have barely even scratched the surface of this mod pack yet. There is so much to it, and I am currently in the process of making our sapling farm try and look a little bit nicer. Now, also, hello and welcome back to Sky Factory 4. Hope you're all doing good. As you can see in here, I have been busy with many different types of blocks. These are factory blocks, and I've gone for the scaffolding look. I've also made some chains, and I've got the amazing lanterns that just light everything up in the whole world. And now I'm just trying to get the design for the very front of this thing sorted out. And I've found there is such a thing as replaceable scaffolding, which the idea of it is, more than anything, is that you can travel up and down it, which is useful, and you can also replace it just by clicking on it with other blocks. However, I really like the look of it as it is, so I don't really want to replace it. So as you can see, I've been going around this thing trying to make it look all kinds of fancy, and I think I'm doing not too much of a bad job, but we definitely need to do more work. So I'm going to continue with that. I'll be back with you guys in a little while. Well, I guess it had to happen at some point. I have fallen off the edge of the platform because I'm a moron, which means I need to try very hard to fall on top of the platform and die again. Oh, jeez. It's not all bad, however. I am just about finished with this build. We've still got that end to do there, but I am now just about finished putting in all of the glass. So this entire thing is completely covered now, which means, yeah, all I got to do is that end and we're done. And the reason I haven't done that end is because there's not enough platform to actually build up from. So we need to build out our platform at the bottom a little bit more. But to be perfectly honest with you, I'm sick of placing lots and lots of slabs in a row, so I want to try and not necessarily automate this, but make it a little bit easier. Which brings me back to our building gadget, which is squirreled away in a chest that we haven't used for a long time. Let me just empty my inventory quickly so we can focus on what we've got. This building gadget supposedly can basically help you build. You can copy and paste with it and do all sorts of crazy things, but I don't really know how it works. Now, it is from the Building Gadgets mod, and there are not that many items in here. There is another item called the Template Manager, which again I did build a little while ago off camera and got thoroughly confused with how this is supposed to work. So I guess maybe we should go to our energy, our electricity, plug this thing in and see if we can maybe try and figure out how this is supposed to work. We have energy in here. Let's just pop it down there. I don't actually know if it needs it, but we can maybe put our gadget in there. We cannot put our gadget in there. Accepts copy and paste gadget or template to be saved, copied from. So there's more than one gadget. We've got an exchanging gadget here, and we've also got a copy and paste gadget. Maybe we need one of those. So I'm building all the gadgets. We've got all of the items. Let's put the copy paste gadget in there, and now apparently I can save or copy a template, but it won't tell me how to build this template, so maybe I just need some paper. I've got 12 pieces of paper. If we put that in here, there we go. That's allowing us to load or save or copy or paste. But what do we do with these? It looks like these have got no energy, so how do we give them energy? And so it would make sense to look at some chargers, and we've got all sorts of different chargers here, and the one I think might be useful to us is a wireless charger. Again, we can make that, but that's one of our ender pearls, and I don't know if you're aware, but ender pearls are not particularly quick in terms of how fast we're producing them. We have our two little chorus plants right at the back of this thing over here, and these have been growing for hours and hours and hours, and we only have 5 ender pearls. So I think, because the ender pearls are going to be holding us back, it might be worth a little trip to the end. Which means crafting end cake, which requires eyes of ender, which is ender pearls and blaze powder. Now, can we actually craft ender pearls from something else? Because this could be another way around us getting them. We can smelt resonant clathrate, which I don't know how you would get that. Or we can craft ender pearls using these items and extraterrestrial matter, which requires hellish matter, which requires overworldian matter, which requires a simulation chamber. Now, we bumped into simulation chambers in the last episode as well, so maybe this is the route we should be going down. So a simulation chamber requires glass panes, ender pearls, lapis, redstone comparators, and soot-covered machine casings, which is just basically obsidian and redstone, which we can make. However, it's not normal redstone. It is in fact soot-covered redstone, which doesn't seem to have a crafting recipe. It's got lots of uses, but how do we get soot-covered redstone? Crafted by crushing redstone against a block of coal. Left click. What? Well, this couldn't be easier. I literally just have to click on a block of coal with the redstone to get the soot-covered redstone. So that's nice and easy. So what about the obsidian then? Is that the same deal? No, the soot-covered plates are literally just the redstone with the obsidian. So we should be able to make those relatively easily. We've got loads of obsidian inside of our system now. So add in these crafting recipes to there. We can make 64 of them, or more than 64 of them. We can make many of them. Let's make as many as we can. We're going to need these. Probably quite a few of them, I would think. And there we go. We're just making loads of soot-covered plates. That's amazing. Okay, so now from those, we need even more soot-covered redstone in order to craft the soot-covered machine casing. So I guess it's back to clicking on the coal block. And if I hold down my auto-clicker, I can make those very quickly. There we go. That's 2 stacks of them done in no time at all. Right, now all I've got to do is open up my storage remote again, find the simulation chambers, click on that, add the plus button into there, put both of those in there, in fact put as many of these into our actual inventory as possible, and then craft a whole bunch of soot covered machine cases. There we go, we've got nearly 2 stacks worth of those. That's absolutely fantastic. So now it shouldn't be too difficult at all for us to craft these, although I think we're going to be missing glass panes. Oh, we're missing a lot of things. Glass panes, which we can make loads of. Redstone comparators, which again we can make loads of. Redstone comparators, which we're going to need redstone torches for, so let's make a bunch of those. And now that we've got all of those comparators, we should be able to craft this, although I think we need to make just normal lapis from our lapis blocks. We've got loads of lapis blocks, but not actually any lapis. So now we should be able to make a bunch of those. We'll just have one for now. Now we should probably find a new home for these things, but while we're testing it out, we're just going to put it down here. So I've plugged it in and it says please insert a data model to begin the simulation. So I guess we're going to have to look for those. And here we are, there's a lot of data models, including a deep learner. Will display a HUD when in main hand or other hand populated with data models. Right, okay. Whatever that is then. But all of these data models are blank data models with, I think, monster parts in them. We can make a few of these then. And there we go. We've made 8 blank data models. Right, now I need to go wrangling through my cupboards and see what mob bits and bobs I got. And I think I've got a few different ones already. So I guess with these data cards then, all we got to do is put them in a crafting grid and put something with it. And there we go. We got a skeleton one. We've got a zombie. With a skeleton, you can put the head on, but can we use these bones instead? No, we can't. But yeah, we go. We can use that and make us with a skeleton one. We can make a spider one. We can make a creeper one. Oh, and we'll be able to make a slime one as well, of course. If we make ourselves a glass bottle, which really shouldn't be too difficult at all, we can make a witch one. We can make a blaze one, but not a ghast one yet. We can make an enderman one by sacrificing one of our ender pearls. We can't make a wither one yet, although I don't think it's too difficult to craft nether stars, according to Mr. Beardstone at least. Pristine wither matter. Oh, jeez. Maybe it's slightly harder than we thought. He managed to do it, though. We can make a blue slime data model. And I think that's it. I think that's all the ones that we can create, although I am tempted to make this deep learner thing, whatever that is as well. I don't know whether we need that or not. So now we've got all of these different data models that I believe we just poke into this machine and then that does some research, I guess. So let's put Enderman in scene. So it's Ender Pearls we want first. Insufficient data in model. Please insert a basic model or better. A basic model or better? Okay, we've got a deep learner. And if I put these things inside the deep learner, then it does seem to do something. We can add in a couple of the different things. So we're putting an enderman, a zombie, a creeper, and a skeleton in there. And then we can go through and learn different things about them. But I don't know. Defeat 6 more to reach basic. We've got to kill these things, I guess, while holding this. So we're going to need a mob spawner. Oh, geez, I wasn't expecting to do that today. Okay, before we go down this ridiculous rabbit hole of doing all of these things for this, we need to, first of all, take a leaf out of Mr. Beardstone's book and craft ourselves a chest builder. What we're going to do is we're going to craft an absolutely massive chest and plug it into our storage system so we don't get any more overflows. Don't forget, Our main goal is to get to the point where we are creating an ME storage system so that we can have a much better storage. But at the moment we don't have that. So we're going to put our chest crafting table down, I guess, over here. And we're going to try and craft ourselves a very big chest. Oh, wow, we can make these bigger. Wow, so just chests, iron ingots, fences, and clay. We can do this. We can't actually physically put any more in there, so I guess... Oh, we just needed a full stack of each one. And now we have a compact chest. FoxyNoTail has made the advancements. I like a big box, and I cannot lie. Well, there we go. So now all I need to do is pop that down here. We need to grab ourselves some cable. And there we go. We now have that giant chest linked to our storage system, and you can see it is already moving about lots of the items from our system. Now that's because we've got this storage link on a low priority. I'm going to make it a very high priority because we don't want loads of stuff just ending up in here. Let's put that on priority 20, and now it's going to have loads of junk in there we don't want. So we want an exporter on here as well. What that means now is we can dump all of this stuff inside of our storage system and not have to worry about it clogging everything up. We can see that that chest is now empty, and by the looks of things, I think these chests have all emptied themselves now as well. This is good news. We have many, many things. Let's get building a mob farm. I need to spend a lot of gold. I need feathers, and in order to get feathers, I need to spend gold. I need to spend gold at our farmer's market in order to buy seed. If I put my gold in there, I can buy seeds, and it is 1 seeds per gold ingot, which seems like a little bit of a rip-off to me, but I'm going to buy as many of them as I can because I then need to trade in those seeds for feathers. Yeah, believe it or not, we need lots of feathers in order to build a mob farm. And the reason for that is because I am going to be using something I've used in the past, not on video, but just playing on my own, and that is fans. We're going to be using fans to push mobs about, and although we don't need the feathers to build the fans, we do need the feathers to build the fan upgrades. We now have 16 fans with 16 of each of the upgrades. I'm not sure exactly how many we're going to need, and we now need to build ourselves, well, I guess where the mob farm's going to be. One problem is we've got all of these feral lights around here which illuminate the area so well that mobs are not going to spawn for a long distance. So I'm hoping they have dark glass in this mob pack. And they do indeed, which requires black dye powder basically and lots of glass. Now we're already creating lots of glass, and earlier on when we were pulverizing lots and lots of coal for other means, we ended up with a whole bunch of it somewhere. And if you're wondering what dark glass is basically glass that doesn't let light through. So you can have a mob spawning area within a well-lit area because the glass will act like a transparent block, but the advantage is you can see through it. We don't need silk touch for it either, so no problem. Dark glass for the win. Now, making a mob farm does mean we are going to need to expand this area again, which brings us right back to the beginning where we were talking about wireless chargers. Now, we do have a couple of ender pearls left in the system after all of that charging, after all of that crafting. So I think regardless of going down this rabbit hole, I am going to build one of those anyway, so that we can charge up our builders thing. FoxyNoTail has made the advancement. Tesla was right. So if we put that wireless charger there, you will see that will become enabled, and hopefully now when we can find our builders stuff, there we go, it starts charging instantly, and now we can use it. Okay, I think I understand how this works. Just the normal building gadget, if I shift and right click on a block, that then goes into its memory, if you like. It says block wood slab, and mode is build to me. I don't know what that means, but it does mean when I flash it around, you can see the slabs are now floating in the air. Now, of course, I don't want them floating in the air. I actually want to extend this platform, and that means I need to attach them to something. So I think I need to change the build mode. Now, according to the wiki, which I'm having to look at again, I need to change my controls in order to set up the key bindings for this because apparently they're not automatically done. Material list is M, range, which is R, settings menu G, undo, which is U. Oh, G gives us settings. Amazing. So we can hold this down. We can do grid, stair, horizontal wall, horizontal column, vertical column, surface. We're currently on build to me. Ray trace fluid, place on top, undo, anchor, mirror. Okay, so let's put this on horizontal wall and see what that does. Does that allow us to place out there? No. Horizontal column. Oh, that's allowing us to place at least one block. Ah, okay. Now, if I've got it with a range setting, I can just build out like that, I believe. So, yeah, if I click on there now, oh, look at that. Magic blocks appear in front of us. Now, I do have to be a little bit careful that mobs don't start spawning on there, but that's absolutely wonderful. However, I'm now completely out of slabs. Now, I'm hoping this thing can actually pull items out of a backpack, because I think a backpack is what we're going to be needing in order to carry enough materials to build out our platform big enough. And a backpack can be created using our chest builder. However, it needs plastic and leather, two things that we're not currently creating or have any of. Plastic is made from smelting down dry rubber, which is made from tiny dry rubber, which you get from a latex processing unit. Which, oh jeez. Let's make a machine case. Jeez, I can't believe we're doing more ridiculous things. Let's make an iron gear. Let's make a latex processing unit. Jeez, there we go. We've got a latex processing unit. Is that just going to create latex from thin air then? Let's stick it on our electrical cable somewhere and see what happens. We've got energy. What's it need? Water and latex? Or does it just maybe it just needs water? Oh, no. No. We're not going down this rabbit hole right now. We are... No. Forget it. If there's not an easy way to get latex other than that, we're not going to do it. Dry rubber, tiny latex processing machine. No, forget it. We don't need it. We don't need a backpack. We're just going to carry loads of the wood in our pocket. It's fine. Okay, we now have an inventory full of slabs. Let's go crazy placing these things and make our platform very, very big. This is amazing. Now, I can actually add more to the range with this thing. At the moment, we're on range 10. I could go all the way up to range 25, but I don't know if we... Well, maybe we... Yeah, maybe... Well, why not? Let's go to range 25. Let's do this. Let's just spend all the wood. Can I just walk along and place it? I can, but it's very laggy. And there we go, we now have a ridiculously big platform, and we only need to stick a few of these feral lanterns around in order to light the whole area up, because these things spread for absolutely miles. I don't think it actually says how far, but yeah, they're very, very good. We have a new building, albeit not quite finished yet, and yes, it follows a very similar themes to the ones before it. It has the big large base with the factory blocks going around, signifying this is an industrial build. Underneath there is absolutely nothing, and I've just been going in with some dirt. Of all the different blocks, I've decided to go with dirt as the block that the mobs are going to spawn on. So imagine we've got a spawn platform here, and imagine we've got an array of fans at the end. The fans will blow anything that spawns on it to the other end, and at the other end we're going to have some very fancy spikes, which I prepared earlier. We've got these diamond spikes here. We'll probably drop them down a level or two, and the mobs will fall onto those. These are redstone powered, and these will actually simulate player kills, so we'll get experience and player only drops from those as well. And with a few more clicks of my little gadget, that is the entire roof filled in, which means this area should technically be dark, but it doesn't feel very dark. Looking at the light levels, we actually have a light level of 13 in here, which we shouldn't have with the dark glass. Oh, it is going down slowly. I forgot. Those dark lights do take a little while. Maybe not. What? Perhaps if we place and break some torches, this will help. I don't understand how light is getting in here. It should be completely dark. See, that works. I'm now completely surrounded by those blocks and I'm dark. Now, what about if I use this dark glass? Maybe this dark glass isn't what I thought it was. I was convinced dark glass is supposed to block light. There we go. Look, the dark glass is surrounding me and there's no light in here. Now, there are a couple of these feral torches directly underneath. I suppose if we get rid of those, the light level will eventually come down, and that maybe will help. But it still feels incredibly light in here, even with those gone. I think there may be some lighting glitches because of those crazy torches we've used. I keep finding little blocks where there's area of 15 block light, and then if I put a torch down, or if I put a block on top of it, then it disappears. You can see we've got a light level of 13 here. And there's the 15 one I'm on it. Now if I yeah, oh jeez. Oh man, this is going to take forever. Oh jeez. I may have made a mob farm. Unintentionally, I had to go around and get rid of a lot of those feral lanterns. You can see I've now placed a lot of lanterns around this area, but it's not just out there. If we look in here as well, I've made too many mob farms. Oh jeez, this is not ideal at all, and I can't seem to close the door. Keep them in. Keep out, nasty mobs. Well, after that grueling ordeal of having to fend off many, many bouncy creepers and many, many mobs, I have now finished the mob farm, kind of. We've still got torches we need to get rid of, but let me talk you through it, although it's going to be slightly difficult because there are fans currently blowing inside. As you can see, we've got some doors here, and I need to turn this fan off, otherwise it's going to blow me. The blue areas are where the fans can reach, so all these 5 fans here will blow anything all the way down to this point here. This fan will blow things this way, and that fan will blow things that way. As you can see, hopefully we can just about check that out. There we go, we got blowed by that fan. We've also got an absorption hopper here, which is behind these spikes. These spikes are actually activated by redstone, so there's levers underneath them, which means we can't have hoppers underneath them. So when I throw the dirt on there, you'll see it disappears, and that's because it's going straight into that absorption hopper and into this giant chest here, which is not yet linked up to our system, but it will be. Okay, I've knocked all of the torches out of here now. We have got a fan up there as well, which will push down, but that's not activated yet. I don't know if we're going to need that. We might have things that float like blazes and blitzes, so we'll have to turn that on to push them back down again. But right now, I'm more interested in these light glitches. You can see we've still got some more light over in these corners here. Not 100% sure where they are. I think that's pretty much all of the light taken away from there. Now we're getting a little bit coming through from the door, but that's absolutely fine. It's nice and dark in here. I think now we can get this thing turned on and make sure it's going to work. Oh no, did you see? We've just got light pop back in there. That's so annoying. I'm going to have to go get rid of all of those weird lamp things. Otherwise, it's just going to keep coming back. It looks like these things can actually shine through the dark glass, which is not good. Well, I suppose this is good news. I can see mobs jumping about in there, so hopefully that means this thing's working. But are they in areas that they shouldn't be? That's the concerning part. It doesn't look like there's any underneath, which is good news. But are there any in our control rooms? There's none in this one. Oh my goodness, there's a lot of mobs in there. Let's turn the fans on then. Oh, there are mobs in the control room. How did they get in here? Oh, the door is open. That's how they got in here. Let's close the door. No, little zombie, you must not. You must not come in here. Turn the fans on, quick. There we go, the fans are on. So that's pushed everything to the back, but the other fans aren't on, so they're not getting pushed to the side. So we need to go back through into the other room now. So I need to smash the glass here. See if I can activate that fan. There we go, that one's on. And now I need to do the same thing this side. There we go, that one's on. Everything is now getting pushed to the middle except the spider that's at the top. So it does look like we're going to need that fan on, but look at that. We're now getting items coming through into the system. This is good news. Right then, let's go and put that top fan on. Jeez. Okay, we're turning the fan on and putting the upgrades in there. That should give it enough to push all the way down to the bottom. It is. I can see there are items there, though, that aren't getting picked up by our absorption hopper, which is a little bit concerning. So back on the other side, I can see those items are there, and if I turn on the absorption thing, it should be able to reach those. I don't know why it's not pulling those through. Maybe I need to drop it down a level. Maybe that would help. That seems to have done the trick. Okay, well that's absolutely fine. Let's break that little bit of dirt there. Let's put a factory block underneath that so that there's no light coming through from below. And then I guess we can just put that chest directly on top of the cable there, and that will fill itself back up again. Let's close the wall back up. And there we go. I think we are now good to go. So let's hide the area from there again. What we really need, though, is an AFK spot where we're far enough away for things to actually spawn, where we can see it going on. So I found myself a spot, but I can't see much. I need to change my field of view so you guys can see. There's no zoom key on here by the looks of things. There we go. We can now see this thing in action. We get mobs spawning, they get pushed into the spikes, they die. We get more mobs spawning, they get pushed into the spikes. This is good news. We now have a relatively simple and easy to build modded mob farm. Coming inside and checking, all of the items are definitely getting collected, which means it is probably a good time for us to actually connect this system up to our main hub, which obviously means cables, or does it? There are wireless item transfer nodes in this pack, and it looks pretty easy to make. We've got fluid, items, and energy that can all be transmitted wirelessly. I'm not sure how they work. I've got a wireless transmitter here. Okay, so I've created 3 items from the cyclic mob that I believe maybe are useful for what we want to do. So I'm guessing we'll probably need the transmitter. Okay, I think I've figured this out. If I put a chest here and use this GPS marker on the chest, I can then put the GPS marker in here, tell it to detect it, and it detects the chest. Now, if I put cobblestone in there, that cobblestone then goes straight into that chest. So it's magic. I don't even need anything on the chest to send it in there. So I believe what this means is if I take that away, let's put the GPS marker on this chest here. That can be the one that's going to receive our mobs. Let's go back to the mob farm with our node. We'll put the node down here, put the GPS marker in there. It's going to detect that. So now I can send items from here to there, I think. Let's put some cobblestone in. It looks like it's going in. That's good news. So I guess I just want a cable from there, sending items into there. There we go. Pop that into there. That will then send items into there. They're not going anywhere. Oh, they are. They're going. The items are going nice and quickly. You can see they're disappearing from there very fast. Hopefully that is fast enough for the, for it to keep up with the mobs that are going to be in this thing. I'm just going to put another few torches down in here though. A little bit concerned with the mob spawning we've had. And this, oh yeah, by the way, this thing also, not that, the hopper that's sucking it up, this absorption hopper there carries XP as well. So we can use this as an XP farm in the future. Not that I'm really too fussed about that now. So now all of those items are gone. They've all gone. They should be in our system. So if I click on this and look for maybe something we didn't have before, like we didn't have much gunpowder, we've now got loads. This is very good news. Going back to what we were doing right back at the start of this video, we are trying to kill mobs in order to get our models up so that we can do the whole simulation McJobby, which we're not going to be getting using a mob farm. As much as we're getting all of the items from the mobs, we're not actually learning anything. So we still need a mob farm that doesn't kill them. So what I might do is set this up so the mobs get pushed to us at the front, but leaves me a hole to kill them manually. That might be a good idea. And the easiest way to do that would be literally just to turn the spikes off. If we turn the spikes off, that's not going to kill the mobs. We can get a whole bunch of mobs to pile up in there, and then we can come in and we can kill them ourselves, providing we've got a little hole in order to be able to get them from. Now there is another slight problem that we've got, and that is that mobs won't spawn when I'm here because we're too close. So we're going to need some mob spawners as well. Oh jeez, more rabbit holes. Spawner cages are very, very expensive. They require steel frames, which we can make, but they also require nether stars, and they require pristine zombie matters, which means we've got to go down that whole rabbit hole of that. So they're not going to be particularly easy for us to get at this moment in time. So I think what we're going to just have to do is walk away from the area, let mobs spawn, and then keep coming back, killing them, and vice versa. So yeah, this is going to be a slow process until we can get those mob cards sorted out. Okay, I can see that it has got a lot of mobs inside it, so now I just need to go over and kill them whilst holding this deep learner. I think if I hold it in my offhand, then I can, I can do this. So if I stand here, give them all a whack, they hopefully won't be able to get me. It'd be good if I had a sword at this point. Let me grab a sword out of here. We've got lots and lots of diamond swords. One more creeper to go and we have this, but these, when they do see me, do start going off, which is a little bit of a problem, but there we go. We've now got creepers to the basic tier, which is great news. Can we reach that when we can? We've killed a few of those. Let's go and put that basic model inside the system. So taking the creeper out of our deep learner and popping it into there, it comes up with an error saying it cannot begin the simulation because it's missing the polymer. Jeez. And the polymer it requires is polymer clay, which is relatively easy for us to craft actually, so let's make some, I guess. There we go. Well, we've got a whole stack of those. Let's pop those in there. Launching runtime version 1.4.7, iteration number 1 started. Loading model from chip memory, accessing threat level, engaged enemy, pristine procurement, failed. Processing results. 100%. Amazing. Oh, does that mean we've got one? We've now got some overworldian matter. Oh, amazing. What is it? What's the matter with overworldians, it says. Oh, good. This is really useful. The overworldian matter is used in so many different recipes. Obviously, we can make cobwebs, not particularly useful to us. The thing we're really interested in making from this is, well, one of these is really good, hellish matter, but I believe also it can help make prismarine. There we go. We can make prismarine, which is another really useful item for us. Prismarine can be used for lots of things, but mainly the thing I want it for is for creating the mega torch. Yes, that needs prismarine for that, which means we can get that relatively soon. We also need glowstone ingots, which are obtained from glowstone blocks or from essence, or from using an osmium compressor to compress glowstone dust. So we're going to need an osmium compressor. And an osmium compressor is very expensive. We can't afford any of the things that are required for that. We need advanced control circuits, which means we need enriched alloys, which I don't think we've got any of. No, that means we need to put iron into our machine that I've taken away. Oh, geez, let's get the machines back out. I'm not sure what I'm doing here, but when I right-click holding this, it disappears. I lose something. I don't know what I'm doing with it. I'm not intentionally doing it, but it's going somewhere, so I need to be careful when holding that. And there we go. We now have an osmium compressor. And in the osmium compressor, we need to put what? I can't remember. Glowstone dust, of course, with osmium as well. Okay, we got glowstone dust. We've got osmium. Let's make it happen. One of those, off you go. Make me some tasty whatever it is you're going to make me. While this has been going on, I've also been generating more of this stuff, and we've also in here got pristine creeper matter, which I don't know what that is, but I like it. We now have the glowstone we require for the mega torch. The only thing we need now is the prismarine, which should be pretty easy for us to craft now. We can craft a whole stack of prismarine shards. This is good news, which means we should be able to make prismarine pretty easily. We can now make our first mega torch. This is absolutely amazing, and I'm going to take a couple more of those, and we're going to actually have 2 mega torches. Why not? Might as well have 2. And what a mega torch does, if you haven't been following, is it stops mob spawning in a huge area around it. Now, this is probably going to stop our mob farm from working, so we need to think about where we're going to be putting these, and I think the main place we should be putting it is over at our starter area, because that's where I tend to get creepered the most. So I'm going to put one of them right over here like that. There we go, a mega torch. And I'm going to put another one in our little gardening thing, this thing, whatever it is. I'm going to put one just there like that. Now I just got to be careful that that's not going to stop mob spawning in our mob farm. Hopefully it won't. However, I can clearly see no mobs are spawning in our mob farm, so maybe it will. It would be nice if it showed a range. That would be handy. But getting rid of this one in here has allowed mobs to start spawning again. I can see those spawning. Let's hope this then is covered by the one we've got over there. But look at those mobs spawning in there. Let's zoom in again. No, not master volume. Let's zoom in again and check this out. It's absolutely crazy watching this thing. Just looking at everything just flying across there. I love it.